Sukulila ngubu mamuyeza Wayne busy uringela ilongoma enhloko. But those were good times because those were simple times. Things were simple. I mean, music was simple and straightforward. What was that called? Splash.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Led by Danchanda.
Yeah.
I think he's late now.
Yeah, he's late. The likes of CJB, Chick to Chick,
yeah. Patricia
Majalisa,
Messi Pakela.
Yeah, that was some kind of an old golden age in South Africa.
Already coming with more platform one.
Yeah. So okay, ringelwa Wayne namhlanje, but ke asikhwapho ke ngoku we know we are here again, but the topic for us today is, have you ever dated a broke partner? What does it mean to be broke? Is love for people with money only? What about us who don't have money? And then what are our hopes? So this is what I want us to discuss today. Yes, we are not going to finish the topic because it cannot be finished because all of the other opinions are with you, Apekaya. So we are giving in our 2 cents, and then we share our own opinions and then our take on this matter. Over to you, Wayne.
Welcome back. Come back. It's good to be back. It's been a while, man, before we had a shoot. And Umzo came up with a lot of new things here. The decanter. We need to have some expensive wine and decant it.
I didn't even know the name.
The grey covers. But anyway, it's the Sagas of Couplehood. It's another saga this week, as Umzo says. And it's always the same crew. DJ Wicked, Wayne, Nomzo.
Yeah, but Ari and that. So what's money got to do with your relationships? Wait, to your opinion.
Hey, money is important, bro, in all aspects besides your relationship. Money, I've mentioned in every episode that order of the day today is that people have monetized every other situation in the world, which was supposed to be just a general situation. I remember there's this PPC, PPC, the company that does cement.
Yes.
One of the ingredients, is it ingredients or ingredients will be food, right? But one of the the input to come up with the cement is waste from this other mine. It was another mine, waste, whatever waste.
Yeah.
The PPC needed that waste to put into
incorporate into making cement.
So that company would actually pay PPC to come and collect rubble, which was
waste.
Then as years went by, they said, nah, we're not going to pay you. Just come and collect the waste for free. Collect it for free.
Yeah.
Then as time went on, they said, nah, we need to charge you for this waste.
Yeah, because they are making money from it.
But they were helping in clearing the rubble from the waste from that other mine. But as time progressed, at the end, they wanted money. They wanted to be paid for something that they paid Bona initially, because initially they said we'll pay for the transportation and all that for the clearing of the rubble. You're actually doing us good.
Yeah.
Then eventually they said, nah, niggas, just get this. You're getting it for free. They said, nah, niggas, you know what? You need to give us something for this rubble. So you see.
So I mean, like a guy that comes to your house and searches on your rubbish bin and picks up the metal things that are recycling.
Like, they take cans and empties at times. Like
if a guy comes and says, "Hey, look, can I take care of your rubbish bin?" and then you're like, "No, go ahead."
Yeah.
And then sometimes you pay this guy because he does something that he's supposed to do.
Or at times you would actually say, "Can I take the whole bin?"
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, then when eventually
When you discover that this
He's
guy,
making-
he goes to the scrapyard.
he's making money now. Then you tell him, nah, I need 20 cents for each can that you're taking from me.
But what's that in this topic? What does that mean here? Can we tie that into what we...
I'm saying with life and where we're progressing, people are monetizing everything. Because
Yeah.
I gave an example of a company that thought they need to pay so and so to take a
To
rubber
pick up
away
waste.
from them. But eventually, as time progressed and people understanding money and the world moving so fast, everything is being monetized. And they felt, no, you need to pay us. So I think, coming back to our topic, money is everything now. So being broke and wanting a relationship might be very tricky to cost you. And it's very expensive to try and act as if you have the money when you don't have it.
Yeah, but then what happens when you start by having the money, and then as time goes, you get retrenched, you no longer have money anymore, and then you are with this person.
This is why we have so much divorce. I'm telling you.
No.
Yeah.
But now from which side? Let's say I'm dating so and so nemali yakhe nandi nemali yam, and then we go on. Who initiates the divorce then when one of us is getting broke? And then remember, when we are married, we are together. If I'm broke, you can't, my partner cannot say I'm broke now. She must say we are broke. We are getting broke. Not he is getting broke. So, which means that I was on my own here.
If you remember the ladies we did Imalium Pledge, was it Imalium Pledge or the two?
Yeah.
They put it there clearly. But if we are both working, you earn 10,000, I earn 7,000. How much do we have in the house?
It's supposed to be 17.
No. We have 10,000. I balo. So if life progresses and we get to a point where now I say got a 10, we only remaining with a 7, which was initially not even there. Now we have a problem. And it's unfortunate, maybe my own black sisters won't like this statement, but if you check, there's never a situation where you find umnomnyam kuthiwa bahlale up and down. But amakhaladi uyambona umkhungulu yakhe nomuntu wakhe busokola boyi-2 but taking cows, but sharing cows, but tinting back together. Our own sisters, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. I wonder what causes that. That's actually interesting. It's a very interesting take that an angle and an observation from you, Wayne, because I have often seen like abantu esitratweni, they like umuntu uhamba nepartner yakhe, they are shouting at each other, hey, move, but they are struggling with this together. And
but never
I don't know, hey. And then why is that? So what happens? Is the woman leaving, or is the man? I seem to have my own thoughts about it, but I don't want to make my own assumptions. But is it the woman that bails out of that marriage or of that setting, of that relationship, or is the man saying, okay, I can't afford you anymore, and then he leaves?
But you see, on a list of expectations from women when they meet a new nigger, number one, I think they say security. Okay. And if you say security, it's not basically when you have to be masculine, protective, when there's a dog coming in or whatever. If you go amapara, it's usually security to make sure she's securely fine financially. I think 90% of the time it has to be financially. And if that finance is a balance, then definitely it will affect the flow of the relationship. Unfortunately, it has to. Because I remember the city, this guy was telling me some women are struggling to even have relationships. Why? Because when the boyfriend phones and the friends are sitting around, what? And when she answers the phone, Johnny, basilambile. This guy sent 1,000 rand. What yoguza for the cherry then bathe utshwala basela yonke imali. Then later on, hey, bro, he's trying to phone. Apparently, his girl now is bathing, and the phone answers the call. Hi, show me. No, I'm uyahlamba. Unosipho. No sipho man. Hayi bongibani. Ngulafana wewaka.
Mr. Mawaka. But still, I do want to blame us guys because we become very bold when we have money, and then we and very courageous, and then go and and create all of these expectations from the prospective partners, even before they are our partners. We act up okay, everything is okay financially, everything is all good. But now, when we project that, umntana abantu naye athatheke as hopes, hopeful baba, no, this guy. That's why these days, in a relationship, it's about umuntu wenza ntoni, uthola mfana uligqwetha, that guy who's a doctor, no, that guy who
drives this car,
that guy who drives this car, mfana wepolo. So umuntu, even from then, a person is recognized by what they are having and the title they are having, and all of that is tied to their ability to finance the situation. Coming back to security, to secure this person. The security is not protecting that person, but it's about being able to provide. But now, where does that put us? Our topic today is dating a broke partner. Why does this seem like to be looking at one side? Do men look at women and say, no, this woman is broke, I can't date her?
But a man with a PhD can marry a woman who serves a kitchen in one bag in Kempsburg. I'm couple, I'm shambe, A man can do that.
Sure.
But a woman, if we take it the other way around,
shift it.
A woman with stuff doesn't need a broke guy. She feels, it's like when a woman pushes life and gets to that level of owning his income, she feels she's now the man.
Okay.
Or when a man works hard and he has money, he feels he should get a woman and build up with the woman. Whereas when a woman makes money and makes a lot of money, she feels she doesn't need a man.
But don't you think men maybe are trying to? Why doesn't this guy with this PhD and has a lot of money go on for somebody who's got the same, for a woman who's got the same standard? May it seem like this is a question. Does this mean that he wants somebody to sort of command to, because he's not going to be contested? Sometimes we tend to overlook the fact that we may be respected. The guy may say, no, I love that woman. Yeah, she's humble and she doesn't have anything. She's broke, but she's very respectful and blah, 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 and all of that. But we may mistake that respect as genuine respect. Maybe it's a respect to say simply because they respect that you've got things. You've got Zaga, you've got Mula. You understand? So, which is why this guy is quickly going to judge a woman who's of the same standard as being rude, because he can't have his way. Maybe the reason that he goes on for that broke woman is like he wants to have his way. He wants to point there, point there, point there. This is the question. May that be the case? Do you think?
But before, I don't know, I'll maybe answer the question with another question.
Okay.
Generally, we will be walking around the streets. Do you know it's very difficult to approach a woman who's going to park their Chev SUV with the very at the back and she's on point, smelling nice. She just comes out of the car and walks there. Bruh, you need to be high on something to actually just approach her and Jay.
Point there. You have a point.
Point blank, uti, unlike Jay, usi so if flops and nice, but just Jay walking there with the KFC uniform. The approach, when you approach these two, is different. This one, you get to approach with caution. That's why they even struggle to have relationships, those people, were because
they are not approachable.
Yes.
But that's not their fault. It's the fault. It still points to the man. The man is at fault because he's looking at this woman with assets and everything, and feels like there's no gap for me to entice this woman, simply because the only way you know how to entice is using money and using a position of power in order to get attention. So now you don't have that position of power when it comes to this woman. How are you going to impress her? Because you only have one way of impressing them.
But if you have a good dick, you can impress her.
But how are you gonna get there? There's that woman, you have never spoken to her. How does she know that you got a good dick? This is where I'm.
It's high time we should approach them and actually tell them straight away. You know what? I might not have the cash. I remember I saw this other t-shirt written, I may not be perfect as you approach the guy. And then when they pass you at the back, it was written, but parts of my body are excellent.
Wow. Okay. Ukhona namyethi ladies when ndingumfana ubroke kodwa ke ebhedini ndisijula ijato. Yeah, there's such, but do you see that there's a failure in men where they don't show who they are, they show what they have. This is what I'm trying to highlight here.
But you see, it's just that.
But now, if what you have is not matching with what you see, therefore you become chickening, you're scared.
But a man is supposed to be like that. It's just that when I'm in my language, there's this term, I don't know how I can put it in English because it might not make a lot of sense, but a man, when they approach a woman, they are like, you know, when you watch National Geo, how a lion will be like Ganji. So camouflage, discreet. And the lion can wait for a good 20 minutes watching the kudu there. Watching. Because a lion is not very good with speed. So once...
It has to preserve energy.
And it has to try and be close as much as it can. Then, boom! It cannot run from here to the gate. Further. It cannot, unlike a cheetah. So it will take all its time and observe, and you look at the angle, and then it attacks. That's how a man is designed.
Okay.
So they will take all the time. I'm not to talk all the time and effort. And this is where now, I was busy explaining this term that we have, but trying to put it in English. Now, when they get what they want, this is when now they lift up the head and after time now, this is when a woman discovers, fuck, this is a broke-ass nigga. And again, we go back to the situation. This is why we have a lot of divorce. Now, a woman now realizes, no, man. What was I reading today? Why do men change behavior after 2 sessions of sex? Who said that to me? Do you know a man will change behavior? You go and sleep at his house first day, go and sleep at his house third day. Man. Even those constant calls, Jay, man, who's at the high, man, send lala, man.
Is he not impressed anymore? What is it? Oh, he got what he wanted.
Yeah. Basically what we're saying is men push and go out of their way to get there and be recognized and get what they want. And after they get what they want, then they think, man, yeah, I got what I want, then I'm good. Yeah, well,
okay.
But now, today's topic is what?
Is dating the broke partner. But now, is it a sin to be broke? This is where I want to tie things and put them back into humanity and then into us arguing the morals of our choices and the morals of our actions. Is it a sin to be broke? Because we didn't choose.
I'm a man. But abanye bathi it's not necessarily that the man should have money, but you should see that this man has got direction.
Okay.
So big rock, kona. It's not necessarily that you won't get love, but maybe they wanna see good in when now you've got focus and you're heading somewhere.
Yeah.
So let's roll out the fact about if you're broke, then you're a nobody. You can be broke, but with focus.
But you know, Wayne, I have a story that is almost. I'm not going to mention names, but this other friend of mine, he comes picks me up this one time from my place. We're gonna go get drinking and have it eating and stuff. So as we go to the place, we pass by some other place where there's ladies that stay there.
He calls. What do you mean pass by? You went to the ladies.
No. We are going to the place where we're gonna go and have fun. But now, en route to the place, he stops at some house, some random house.
Yeah. So he went to the ladies.
He calls out these other ladies. 3 ladies come out. They're like, so and so, da 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 da. They greet the guy, and then one of them comes, and then he says to this one lady, "Hey, I'm with Nzo here. Hey, I'm with my friend Nzo, da da da, and whatnot." I could see that woman is not really interested in me, which is fine. I'm a stranger. She doesn't know me. She didn't have to have interest in me. But now, it's fine. We go have fun and everything.
Oh,
but
so
when
the
place
ladies take the long.
No, they didn't take along. We left them there at their house.
Oh, okay.
They were having some brunch or something. We go to the place. When the groove finishes, we pass there again. And then I go inside. I can see that now, Malia Maitengi up, I can see. Because I think simply because I'm just a broke nigga and I just wear whatever that I want. I see in front of my face. So maybe I was not so much appealing and whatnot. But this guy, I could see that the fact that he keeps going there, he wants me to make a move somewhere there to one of the ladies. But I was not. Fine, which was good. I didn't take no offense. This is how things go. Jiggy, 3 years down the line. This guy, he comes to my place and he says, "Hey, so and so, hey, good sharing so and so. That girl, is very much interested in you, so." And I ask him, "Does she know me?" And she's like, "Nah, the other day, Kokomika, da. And I'm like, "No, man. 2 years back, that woman, we went to her place, me and you. They didn't even look at me. They didn't even like I was not appealing. But now, what makes me appeal now to her? Do you understand? So the change of events and that acrimony movie, acrimony, that movie where that guy was broken and that woman believed so much in the guy and the guy was not making money, was being hopeful up until the relationship got dissolved. But eventually the guy got moolah. And then all of the promised life that they were supposed to live when the guy was promising, the woman was no longer there. She couldn't wait for this guy to get his act together when it comes to money.
But so in a woman's life, again, don't roll out the fact here, aging. When the woman
when you're wasting her time. Okay, that's a fair point.
When they are in their prime, they've got a wide selection to choose from. So maybe when at that time you didn't qualify in the category of the wide selection that she had. Because in their prime, we were even talking about it. You take them home and you think, now I'm home. She's not gonna go anywhere. Then when we go lows, apparently, bruh, once at I'm telling you, 2 calls or whatever, there's a car outside. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. When they're in their prime. But as time pushes and time progresses, now this is when they settle for you. Now this girl was saying, man, I like this guy who she didn't like two years back. Now probably she's got 2 kids.
Or maybe probably she had something from somebody. No, because I think sometimes I have this other friend of mine whose speech you can. A lot of people know that he's moneyed. I mean, like the guy is driving a Luma.
The guy from parking.
Yeah. Yes. So
I know that.
Mchita, wherever he goes. I mean, like chicks, they're like.
Yeah, I know the guy who bought us a Hennessy the other day.
Yeah, I know. When he comes to my place, around there, I remember when he used to come to my place. Every time he parks with that car, there was this guy who was making advances to this other girl that was staying next door to my place. This guy was almost okay until speech came and parked with that Luma there. That guy was never looked at by that woman. Up until we saw that girl being dropped by that Luma one morning. And I'm like, that guy was so bitter. He was like, fuck. This woman. Things were just gelling. We were getting there up until this guy pulls up with this car.
But then this push your born up there. You wanna like the guy, everything is on point, bro.
Yeah. The point that I'm trying to get at is word goes out there that ladies, when they know that they see signs that guy is not broke, then you will see an attitude towards you is going to be very mild. It's going to be very accommodative. People will laugh at your cold jokes simply because you have money, especially women. I don't want us to seem like we are bashing so much women, but this is my observation that I've seen around things. I mean...
But women are not going to agree with you 100%. Why? Because men also tend to have such behavior when they see another man with mullah. Chief, you know.
Yeah. That's true.
There are men who also behave like, I don't know, man, when they see another man who has money. So, but now, who are we to be blamed? What we are behaving in this manner because we saw a guy with money? You as men actually behave worse when you see a brother with
a lot of money. Yeah.
There's the way when now you would talk to speech, this nigga of yours when he's around, different from how you would talk to your broke ex friend like me. I'm like,
I should talk to him to sponsor this podcast.
I once asked you, what does this guy do with anyone? What? I don't know why.
You ask him. Okay, let's not talk about that now.
Oh yeah. Oh, we are alive.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Even brokenness has got. I consider myself broke. Has got degrees. So is more of a spectrum. Some people, they think that I've got a little bit of money. And those that really have money, they know that this guy, this is a broke ass nigga. Njalo. Maybe we should have gone, what does it mean to be broke? And then in a relationship, is a woman and a guy who are making ends meet, the two of them, seeing each other as broke. And men don't cheat up, they cheat down.
What do you mean?
I mean that they look for somebody who's... I'm coming back to that point where that lady you wouldn't approach simply because you see car keys, you can see that they are on point. You cannot easily make your way there. It's always you're trying to pick the low-hanging fruit. And then because you know that there's a high chance that you will get what you want there. And number two is that you are not going to be held accountable. This is most important.
As I remember when I was a resident DJ at Victoria Lounge. Remember Victoria Lounge?
Yeah, in Belleville.
I was a Sunday DJ there for some time. 2012, 13, 14, 15 or so. It was a Sunday soul session. I used to do my Sunday soul sessions there. Then I ended up dating some chick there. Somebody, Lulu, Mabasa. I don't know. You're just gonna watch it. She used to drive a very nice car in a compressor back then.
Mm.
Then one day we are reversing out of the parking. Then there's this Audi reversing from Gapa, but now the guy in the Audi opens the window and says, it's a DJ weekend. Wait, all right. He greets me. Then Lulu says, hey, who is that? My girlfriend. I was asking, who that?
Really?
Sia who used to come and assist me Sundays. He calls himself, if you check on Facebook, it's Sia Master Deep. Then Sia, the guy I was playing with up there.
DJ.
The DJ you were with that told him, yeah.
Why is she asking so much questions about this guy?
Is that his car? Has he? So, at that time, I don't even have a driver's license. Yeah, that's his car. Then he reverses, then there was this chick. Then the chick goes into the car. Then she says, is that his chick?
This woman is so invested in this man's life.
I don't know, but I think it's his chick. Now I had to emphasize, I want to because, but I could feel, because you see, he's a muscular built guy, driving this Audi. Like he was on point. I think we're almost same age. And I could feel what this is strong competition here. And you can feel the woman is just gelling to this. She's getting weak in the knees. Like looking at this muscular guy going into this Audi and all that.
In your presence,
yeah. Guti, I could see Guti. Even if Usia would come to my woman and say, my woman would say yes. So money is important.
Nah.
Let's not rule out the fact that money is important.
That's actually true.
But so if you don't have money, are you not gonna have a relationship?
Yeah. This is hectic. No, you get to be a victim of a whole lot of stuff simply because you don't have money. I'll come back to answer this question, as you say. I once dated this person. She stays not so far from my house, and then eventually her mother decided to leave the house with her, and then she went. So I used to go there. I ended up staying there with her, but now
in the same house with the mother.
No. The mother is not there.
Oh, okay.
She's the only one there. But now she's got. The mother couldn't take the younger siblings, her younger siblings, because they attend school nearby.
Okay.
So so she moved off to Kailicha, and then this one stayed there. And I'm like, okay, I stayed there, and then with every means that I had to make sure that, okay, for food and everything, the siblings, these younger ones, I give them carry money to school. I was playing all of these proper manly duties there. But some weekends, she would normally go to Fishhook, Hout Bay, this side. Yeah, to her cousins and relatives. But now, eventually, I discovered that, this one's cheating.
She was going to see some nigga at the time.
No, she wasn't going to see some nigga. She was going to see her family. But eventually, because they go and have fun over the weekends, and then
ngapha with the family.
And then somebody maybe started seeing a nigga there. And then when I discovered, I asked her, okay, why? What happened? Like, I cornered her with questions. She's like, they said he had money. Don't laugh, wait. The sibling, like cousins, they said, I think apparently Lamachita as the Navy, the Navy guys. Yeah, as part of the guys that are in the Navy, so they gave the guy a whole lot of moolah.
Those guys, but just one inception there, the Navy, VW comes and approaches them.
Nah.
Do you want a car? Yeah.
So that's the thing that I got. I'm like, yeah, okay, no, that's fine then. I get it. Because now you are left as a broke nigga. You are left with this thing of saying, is it me? Am I a weak person and whatnot and all of that? All to find out it's money. You don't have money. You cannot afford the luxury that she wants, or the other nigga uses money to entice her in ways that you're not able to because you're broke. And I'm like, nah, sister, let me just dissolve this relationship. But I had look at all of the effort I've taking care of your siblings, taking care of that,
and that other rich nigga does not even do all that stuff.
He does not do that.
She would develop cold feet to even ask for all those things.
Exactly. That guy's only gonna buy the booze there, buy the tavern, buy the meat, buy the they go and sleep. And then I can imagine your takes your in the morning. She had that meaningless. It's fun. It was fun, but it doesn't change anything in her life more than just she's having fun. Which and there's no a lifetime investment in that expedition, unless she was like, no, I want to have my feet. If she was smart, she would have like, no, okay, this guy, he's got money. And I want the money. Invest in him. Make sure that you solidify a relationship with him. Dump this broke ass in Zo.
But boom. So those guys with all that money times, they don't want to settle.
But the thing is, this lady is seeing this guy is giving her attention. She's like, yo, I'm being loved by this guy. All this guy is seeing, I need some fresh pussy to tap. And then that's it. This is some fresh pussy to tap. He's got no other intentions beyond that.
You actually remind me when I used to stay in Fishhook. So the Navy gets paid on the 15th.
Okay.
And then like get to Fishhook, side 5. Back then, 17 years ago. Bruh, we knew weekend at 15, you won't find your girl. Because she'll be like, show me. Man, if I feel show me, then these navies are in there playing. That time it was what? Big Nas. Playing Umlilo, they're in the hood. Then let's fish hook, boom, they go out. They take all the women to the Navy. And coming back to Lando Wish or Putsi Axen again, they give them 10 rand to take a train because there's a train that comes from Fish Hook coming down to town. They're done. Next thing we have, they just give you a 10 rand because the whole Navy, there's a Simon Sound train station there. Hey, the weave is like that because they cannot even park. These boys must stay in staff quarters. Yeah. For you to get a proper house in the Navy, you need to produce a marriage certificate. So they stay in staff quarters, or bunk beds. They're saying they can't even bath. Just see there in a pick and pay paperback with your bra and your lipstick there. Then they come back home. There was one who was even dating who even come and say, maybe I ended up sleeping by my friend's girlfriend, but there was a boyfriend. Then I slept there. But can I just sleep a bit because my mother's not there at home? They locked. Yeah, now she comes. Lipstick is even like that. So yeah, I understand the Navy. But when we were mentioning there's something that we were talking about. Then there's something.
But do you realize that in that aspect? Sorry to do you realize in that aspect that this person went there and did this thing where you are playing all the proper boyfriend nonsense and everything, and then she's going to expose you to a whole lot of shit. But she comes back to you. She knows that she's in a relationship with you, but you are just a broke ass nigga.
You actually mentioning a point close to what I was about to say when you cut me off. It's exactly where I was leading. But you see, I was reading this article saying if you see a man who's like Ganje to a woman, he's just broke. A woman who's like to a woman, he's just broke.
Nah.
Give him money.
Yeah, nah.
No man will just bow to a woman Ganje.
Doing nonsense.
Yeah. He's just broke.
Okay.
Even the woman coming late, and all that, He's just a broke nigga.
So when you were broke, the time you allowed her to sleep when she's coming from hell.
I was broke. Bruh. Because she would say it's Friday and I'm planning this bottle. I can't. Then she'll say, okay, maybe it's fine. Let me go to my friend, the boyfriend Yak, called us over. Yeah, then the next thing, no, maybe it got late, then I slept very badly. When I got to understand life later on in the years, I now understand how and what this means. I went to a friend's boyfriend and it got late and we slept there. I know what that means. Your girlfriend coming to me, my girlfriend. No. What's that? Actually, I went to my friend's boyfriend. So basically, your girlfriend comes over here with her friend, because they want booze.
Okay.
Then there's me here, sitting here. And it's Nasinamachita up. And Umchita is busy tossing and turning in bed alone there.
Yeah.
And we drink, because all of the day, I think it's booze. Then eventually we sleep. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I think I know what was happening.
Nah.
Yeah. And I'm still not even coming straight to my point. Oh, I did mention my point. You're going to eat to a chick. It's because he's just broke.
But if he's not broke, what's the reaction? How does
you are just like that Navy guy who was taking your girlfriend.
Nah.
A man, he's got those genes to behave like that when he's got enough cash. You see the guy who was taking your chick? When you were a broke ass nigga. Trying to get umlek and
chicken feet.
I want to make ends meet. Then there is a proper nigga with everything in place. That's the proper man and that's the proper genes of a man. Machita, they might want to dispute this fact, but when a man has everything in place, he doesn't bow to a chick like this. I remember they were saying, in this world, people you can never advise. A woman in love, a man in love. I think it was a man because women. I don't know if women really love was they were on a mission at the time. So it was a man in love. You can't advise. A woman attending that gospel. What this is Pentecostal church about Pastor Mboro and Bushiri trying to advise that. That's one person you can never advise in life. And a man with money. Can't advise a man with money. So,
I think that's a fool with money. A fool with a lot of money.
A fool in his money.
Because not every man, because a wise man would actually seek for an advice if they have money.
Maybe it will be little money. So. When it's a lot. Like a lot.
It will be young money.
Like a lot of money is just there. Like money that he can just walk into a garage and buy a car for $500,000. That type of money.
Okay.
Then when I want to give them advice, you can't.
Okay. But now let's shift this a little bit and speak about broke women. Is there such a thing as a broke woman? Or it's just that she hasn't met the right person, the right man yet?
I don't know, man. Because why? Broke woman. Because what's there for them to prove that they're not broke? Because for you to prove that you're not broke, you should get a finest chick, take it to finest restaurants. Then you're not a broke nigga. But a woman, she just wear pick and pay skirt and the flops and be there. She's fine. She needs to get a dude with money. So I don't know if they can be categorized as a broke woman.
So this brokenness of a partner then, in if I hear you correctly, is surrounded, the brokenness in a relationship and partnerships is surrounded in the man's ability to be finance, to have finance. Otherwise, if you're a woman, you just need to be patient enough or walk around the proper malls in order to meet the person that's going to finance your
So a woman can stay with a rich nigga for years and everything will be normal. And then
Okay, yes, correct.
yeah. And nobody will notice anything. You wanna?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you who has to have the money.
As a man.
I don't think broke.
So I guess then you answer my question when you say there's no such thing as a broke woman.
No.
Okay.
She's broke in terms of what?
Got that.
I remember giving this other example in one of these podcasts that a man can stay with an unemployed woman for 5 years and nobody in the community will notice that. They might think she's working from home because she dresses nice, she drives one of the cars, kids are going to expensive schools. But
I guess then
an unemployed man staying with a woman.
I guess then Wayne, what we are saying here is that if a woman has got none of the things that men want, therefore she's broke. Otherwise, there's no such thing as a broke woman.
If she got none of the things that men want.
If let's say she's not attractive, men don't have interest in her, then we can categorize that one as a broke person.
No, but men,
as a broke woman.
But men want pussy. What do you mean? Like,
if men wanted pussy, every woman out there would have a man.
So there's no woman that doesn't have a man. Yeah, she might tell you she's single, but she doesn't sleep alone. She has sex from somebody.
No, but there was that other woman from that show. That show when is it that Moja Love show where they make somebody meet that girl? You guys know that woman. She met that guy and then asked if that guy was driving. Now that guy was saying he's not driving, and she said no, she wants a man that is driving.
Uma wena sisi uthatha ke step uyimagina uyufuna umuntu onjani?
Mina ngifuna umuntu onemoto osebenzayo.
Unayo imoto wena? Imoto izothi lapha anginamsebenzi mina. Ngihamba nganawo phaki.
Angifuni umuntu ostinch. Ale ayingiswani nayo.
Kukho is saying in English that says beggars cannot be choosers. So there are those women who are like who don't oftenly get hit on all the time. There's no such. Okay. I didn't know that much. Okay. I know very little, I guess.
Nah. No, you're wrong.
Nah.
No. I don't know how to put it across, but women, no matter, she looks like Black Zimande, but there's a nigger somewhere
okay.
who will fall for her.
Okay. But those that look like Blake Zimande, they will not. It's not about money to them, is it? Still, are they still looking for a guy that's got money?
Not really. At times now.
Okay.
Not really.
I see.
Yeah. Don't you when I remember at school, there were these girls that were just she's just chubby, funny breasts, and she's just got. Do you remember how they would? But unlike these ones who were.
Well, yeah. I remember.
Some in my high school, you even find the elder guys can come even pick her up with a car at the gate.
Yeah.
And this one is carrying her books, going home and all that. And usually they actually they progress and pass his school. Okay, this is scary sheriff. What's that green thing there? This Shrek ones.
Shrek ones. Okay.
But in life, later on, you find them there. They've got kids.
Yeah, true. Because, you got a point there. You got a point.
How even these women do it is they work so hard and push your life and get some financial stability. Then they actually pick a man of their choice.
Okay, I got you.
Now the money factor comes in.
I got you. There are those that need to work hard if they are not so easily approachable, or maybe she's like a girl next door, then she needs to. They're usually smart because the boys don't interrupt their studies.
Yeah.
And then they eventually prosper in their studies up until they become lawyers, they become things, pharmacists and stuff. And then from then, it's like there are those guys who are like, nah, oh, that girl is like this, she's driving this, therefore. There are guys like that in East Coast.
And there are these, you ask them, what do you bring on the table? Then they say, I bring email.
I bring a child on the table. Okay, watch. Okay, watch. What are you bringing? I bring one child on the table. Come on, there's this table thing. What are you bringing on the table? Then you picture
yeah,
so bringing on the table. Yeah, but I think this table bringing is it meme? Why is it a trend? Is pushing towards saying women get so much entitled for things that men own or things that men have. And right now, that's why we have these things. We have Chris Excel coming and lashing on women and saying stuff that you guys are so entitled. They work so hard, but we've gone through this thing. As a man, for you to have attraction or to have women being attracted to you is to have assets and you have money, to have all of that. We've argued that over the 27 episodes. Every now and again, the issue of money and the guy and how it makes your life easy in the life of dating. We have really nailed that one. We've visited its aspects. We know it. That aside. But now this thing then of a balance between what a person brings, or what a prospective partner brings on the table and what I'm bringing. Yes, it's known what a man is bringing on the table. Everybody knows it. It's public knowledge.
Yeah.
I have to bring money, otherwise.
Yeah.
We've once spoke on one of the groups with guys to say that the guys were saying, you know what, guys, if any of us was not working or was not earning anything, we were not going to date the people we are dating now.
Exactly.
We were maybe gonna date.
That's a point.
Ne?
That's a point. Yeah. Yeah. True that. Because when I'm so, do you know, you have got a different walk when your salary is in.
Okay, that's a funny one. Okay.
I'm telling you. I mean, there is, I don't know, man. money. I mean, payday, what are you, 25 or 26 I don't know your date. But when the date is there, and that message goes in, man, you've got a different walk, man. Yeah. And you've got confidence. You could even approach any other woman with confidence. Now, when you're a progress nigga, my guy,
You know, you remind me of when you say that you got a different walk. That's not too far fetched, or maybe a lot of people know things, have noticed things. But I used to notice my grandmother when she's got money, when she got paid, she's like, she will be like, this is actually funny, guys, and you would come back from school and like you're hungry. Makulu siphi songa and forget abantwana ungafike thitha phezulu mabhuti ndiyagula man kwathini ngiqamba ya ungakhulutshele ufika ube nosizi athi enzele iti hama ubona ingathi ngintana utheni uyagula nawe ubone wari man ungakhulu uyagula kwenzeka ntoni apha kanti zingelile so what now ingelile
so now why is she acting like this?
Why is she I don't know. This is what I don't know. This is what I don't know. For my mother gets very grumpy when she's getting, I shout this, I shout this. Yeah, but notice, uzomana nesikhumana ikani gama sithathile wena ukhupha imali lapha hayi usemteni invoice lapho kanti during the month when she doesn't have money the voice is like normal, but now you notice these changes. So you are probably right that the work changes and everything changes and all of that. But now when you've had money for so long, you outgrow those things. People don't notice you anymore, especially if money is always around.
But for us black people, hey, it takes time for you to have that enough money.
But don't you think that women also notice that when amachitangena higher ranks, they speak, okay, let's look at him and analyze that guy that's coming in. Then he doesn't have money. But register, take your diesel. That walk. Even the way they are just a facade of we want to seem like we are affording. It doesn't necessarily mean that we are affording. But now we need to project this. It's called we black people, black communities, especially in South Africa, we have this thing called conspicuous spending. You spend to make an impression. You do things to make an impression to people. One guy was saying, we compromise. A study that was done by the company 80/20 actually discovered that a very large portion of the salary of black families goes to gadgets, phone bills, data, and all of such. Then a very slight percentage, very slice of that percentage goes to groceries. Goes to nothing goes to savings.
Oh yeah, but
goes to groceries, and then to health, which was the worst. Maybe 0.5%, not even 1% goes to health. We only see health when shit happens. There's no expenditure, as opposed to white communities where a large amount of their money goes to issues of health, medical aids,
You know, the whites have got even medical aid for a dog.
Yes. A large amount of their money goes to that, and then another chunk goes to groceries and supplies, and then a very small amount goes to things such as gadgets and clothing. Whereas we prioritize this simply because we have an impression to make. But I do think that this comes from years of poverty. And then those years of poverty, they translate, they are so engraved in our brains that we want to show an opposite of what's happening inside, of what's happening in the past. We think that we have overcome poverty by showing that we can afford certain things. And then we are entrenching ourselves deeper into poverty by these kinds of behaviors. Because now you need to maintain the fact that this is what's happening. This is the lifestyle I'm pulling up.
I was reading this other thing saying it's actually very, very expensive so to try and act rich when you don't have.
Yeah, it costs you. It costs you.
Because you want to keep up appearances. That means you gotta go out of your way to prove that you've got things that you don't have or that you cannot even afford.
Yeah.
It's actually very expensive to try and, put yourself there and act as if you've got things. Why? Because you want to be at a place and have a Hennessy in the bucket. Where's now? How much is a Hennessy? I think 1 point.
Yeah.
About
1,000 rand easy.
Yeah. Whereas you could have simply just bought a bottle of probably 400 rand.
A mamboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, all good or according. But where's now? There are guys that I know that have gotten out of in this groove culture because of entrenching themselves into lifestyles that they cannot afford. They would like if say people know you for drinking Hennessy, Every time Kokomika, you sit there in that VIP.
Exactly, that's what we're talking about.
And then you buy Hennessy. People know you, and then you got that respect. Now, when you are broke, you cannot afford that Hennessy. You are in trouble because you don't want to be seen drinking and then go to your black part in that space. And then now you are afraid. There's this thing that black people we are afraid of.
This guy who actually some months back, we met here by accident, but we discovered it's 4, 5, 6 of us. We know each other. Then this guy from Norway, he came with a bottle of Hennessy. Yo, man, guys, man, I don't care, no, bro. Hey, okay, we drank the Hennessy. Chiki came with another one. That was only like Friday, Saturday.
Sure.
The following week, in the week, he contacted me saying, "No way, bro, I've got an issue, man. Don't bother me 500." Same guy who bought 2 Hennessy in that place. He had, I think it's about 1.2. It's not very expensive, but I think it's like 1.2, some place in Bell.
So he blew like 2,000 some odds in just.
Then in the week he was saying, "No way, nah, there's something not balancing here." Yeah. Haman means I can't 500. Right? But I felt so bad. I wonder why. Because
but was he trying to make an impression to women at the time he was buying these?
Not really. Were there women there? Nah, it was just a machita, man. I'm not sure if it was women, but I think he had a woman, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had a woman, so he wanted to make an impression to his woman. But he bought 2 Hennessy's. Like, he didn't mind. When the other one was somewhere like here, we went to the counter and brought another one. The woman like, hey, this guy is strong. But in the week, this guy is telling me, we're in Kansamin, 500. This does not match. Hours ago, he bought alcohol, and I think by that time that alcohol was not even still in our system.
Yes. Yeah.
Just like I remember when I started qualifying for taking in accounts where like these department stores were for Shein and all that. I don't know if you went through that. I had Markham. I had Markham's what under Foschini.
Yeah.
I had Foschini Group. I had Edgar's. I had Ford's. I had MTN, a phone. I took a phone and a BlackBerry Bold back then, and took a laptop. I took, So I got to a point where now when my money goes into the account, I rush and take it out. It's salary because I could not
debit orders. It's gonna bite.
I'm telling you. And now the worst part is the BlackBerry Bold. For some reason, it went off. When I sent it back to MTN, they said, "No, you drop it into water. That's why it's not sweet." So I didn't have a phone anymore. A laptop.
But you're still paying for it.
Yes. Well, that time, which is like 2013, I was paying 470 Rand. I don't know. You might think it's a very little money, but it was a lot of money. 2012, I was paying 470 BlackBerry Bold. Then I had Foschini. I think I was paying 1,000 something. So now you get to a point now where you even walk into the store, you see this lacquer jacket, and you ask, "How much credit do I have?" They say, "Nah, you have 900, but the jacket is 1.2. Say, "Please increase my credit." Well, they just go in, I don't know, they do some talks, check your paying record. They increased. But now you get to a point where now, half the time, the clothes maybe are even old, and you don't even have the clothes, so they're stolen or you gave them away, but you still owe Foschini. And now, the credit is not even building for you to get more clothes.
Because you already have to settle what you owe already.
And now you get to a point where you are paying for jeans, which says Kazukile Api jeans, but you're still paying there because of Lendo Yubajan. You want to live a certain lifestyle that you cannot afford. And then, I remember when I opened a Foschini account, I doctored my CV, my payslip. Can you believe this? I altered my payslip to say I earned so much take home.
So it's on this amount.
So I committed so much in credit.
Yes. But you were entrenching yourself then.
Yeah. But by that time, I remember I had a gold watch, I had a gold necklace, I had Timberland. I mentioned in one of the podcasts that I had always wanted a Timberland in my life. About a Timberland I would wear. Yeah, but I used to get girls,
And when it's good because all that expenditure and all of that credit that you went through was for yourself. But there are people out there. There's people out there who took phones for their girlfriends, for their spouses, for everything. Spouses who are no longer there at this moment. So even your expenditure towards the person that you are in love with, it's also one of the. I know that a lot of ladies are going to like, especially even while I'm even saying this, because they can feel like, don't mention it, don't say it, and so. But a lot of times, it's men who make financial investments into things of the relationship. Women do, when it's your birthday, they will only get a card or
socks.
That's it. When you go buy her a phone, you go buy her a weave,
Take her out,
go camp spay, and all of such. We make those kinds of investments. But I know that maybe an argument out there would be saying, okay, Mzo, we understand when you come from that stingy men association, that's why you're saying all of this nonsense. But at the end of the day, it does not benefit both of us if we are not going to sit. A person who is going to build you, a partner that's going to build you, is going to advise you even to what you are buying them. Actually, no, man, this is too expensive. I appreciate it. But when you need this in your life, some gaps that you can fill. There's very little such women who are there to like, okay, Mzo, I know that you wanted to buy me that iPhone, what? It cost 17,000. But I could still do with that Samsung 7,000. That 10,000, can't you go and I'll invest it into something that is going to benefit the two of us. Because that way, it means that she is investing in the future of you simply because she sees herself there. Otherwise, now, if she keeps taking things that will only belong to her, that mean nothing to do with you, when you're just throwing that money away, that relationship goes off, then
but
you are fucked.
So it all boils down to the fact that your initial approach, when you approached her, you portrayed this Mzo who's got everything in place, which might not be accurate.
Okay. Now she's here, she can see that it's not accurate.
But now, this is what you bring to the table now. Yeah, because if you're Nangumunto Ozanebele to the table, like, this is a Chinese contract.
Yeah, you've said that before. I'm starting to meditate on it now. Yeah.
And half the time, these are Chinese contracts. So we're dealing with a woman who is on a mission. So when you come and portray yourself to be this, basically what you're saying is, you want to approach a woman and portray to be this Mzo with everything. Then later on come down to your senses and wanted to understand that no, Mzo doesn't really have things. And then she just chills there and say, but I think Mzo is a good guy, but he doesn't have things. This is what you are trying to tell me. Somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this Mzo, he comes, he portrays that he's got the world right in his hands. Then, everybody believes that. Even the ancestors of the woman even believe that, this is the right man. When she goes there and tells them, look at the guy I met. Then eventually, you now want to tell her, no, man, okay, I had all those things, but now we are on a ball game, different ball game now. And you wanted to say, okay, let's invest, let's do this. Nah, man. Women don't want that.
But it's for a brighter future for yourself. If your future is bright, her future is also going to be bright. But now, if she's making your future really, maybe you when you were single, you could leave that that lifestyle of spending because it's just you. But now she's here, then you are no longer that guy that's able to do all of that stuff because most of the decisions are for the both of you.
Maybe let's be precise.
Okay.
What age range are we talking about in terms of these women? Because if you're talking 17 to 25, and you want to tell her, no, listen, man, let's be civil, let's save, let's invest. Nah, man.
No, then to me, it means that if she does not allow you to invest, she does not see herself in this relationship in the next 5 years. When I'm telling Maka invest, after 5 years, we're going to have so much money.
But there are some niggas out there who can just give her the money, not even ask her some investment nonsense.
True.
There's some niggas who are, hey, here's the money, here's money, let's spend money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not ask her how she's going to use it. But that's lies, though. If you see a man, guys, ladies, try Indota J, he just splashes money on you like that. And when in return, you just give him pussy. Usually it ends in tears.
Yeah, it's not going to end well. It's just a transaction for that moment. Otherwise,
because eventually
it's not building to anything.
Eventually, I mean, you'll get enough of that pussy anyway.
True.
And there might be better pussy elsewhere, and you redirect his interests elsewhere. And so maybe if I am to tend to be a woman today, I think if you get this man who is head over heels with you and they want to like ganja, try and invest quickly. We're now on your own. Maybe quickly buy a container, put it in Delft, have a little saloon going on there, and push, buy a quid, put it there to be a Uber go. Because time frame of life is very limited.
Yeah. But besides all of this, ne? But mhlawumbe we are looking at this from one side. Iyakwazi kwenzeka a woman, let's say indoda on his own, okay, guys. When we talk about this broke partnership, on his own indoda, he's not able to save up money for himself. Imali,
no, I'm just thinking of this guy. What? I even forwarded it to you. Just I would say when away. He's telling us of couple.
Oh yeah. I saw
you
that.
Are not even married the two.
Not even.
The two.
You're busy talking
about sagas of couple. So you know what? I told myself, let me not even argue with this guy. So I said to him, we are gay. We are gay. We want to advise you. That's right.
Secret. So, okay, that's funny. I wanted to put a point. I was saying a man on his own, I could be earning a whole lot of money from my workplace. If I'm single, I'm not going to be able to save up money for myself. I'll go around gallivanting, go kokomika, blah, blah, and when money, why not stand there, blow out the money and act all rich. Until I find a woman, when I win, that woman who can put things into perspective and say, no, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that, you're not going to do that. Then this body going to accumulate assets and saving up money. But now where the problem comes is that women of today have learned that some of the women that have built men are no longer in those men's lives. The man is well built, he has assets, has built a house, yes, from his money, but through the mental workmanship of that woman. That woman is no longer there. So they don't want to invest. They are like, nah, I'm going to help this guy to be where he wants to be and act wife duties to him. And then eventually he sees, like you were saying, he sees somebody else better than me. And then it's like, now my tits are no longer like this, they are like this now. Therefore, he's seeing somebody else with tits like this.
But there, when I'm so, I actually play Mama Chita when I'm so. Why? Because when men make money and get some financial stability, they forget about the woman that they were with when they were rising to wherever now where they are. Why? Because you are there staying in a rented RDP house in Mfuleni and you take a train every day and all that. Then somehow you look at Skomota, bruh, Skomota is everywhere kissing some finest chicks, but he probably left a lot of women there in Limpopo there who are even phoning him. Yeah, Skomota, come on, what's happening there? But yeah, Skomota overnight, bruh. So you see,
is it the money effect?
Don't you know Skomota's story when I'm
No. I know Skomota's story.
Google Skomota.
So no. I know. In the last episode we used his examples. I mean, so that's saying that says if imfene ngaba nemali. Ngake naba lo see. Ngaba khona amachela zafunyana esehlathini, but uyaba ngathi siyageza yabo, but this is actually true, especially in the case enjengale kaSkomota. I'm sure back in the day, Skomota was not looked at as like, but right now, fine ass.
Skomota drinks isotropes. Smokes cocaine. Skomota was in the UK. But I mean, everyone wants to associate themselves with Skomota.
Sure.
Even I think the Machita, because the Mashankura are there.
Yeah.
But we were talking about what now. I have an issue with the Machita where you are struggling in life, you have challenges in life, you're trying to build yourself. This is when you are kanji and you've got this woman. Then this woman tolerates you with whatever that you have. You're gonna have cabbage in the pap and you sleep because you are saving to have that and that. Then eventually when things start happening in life, half the time men have an issue with that woman that they building up. Men start seeing themselves now having themselves better off, and you change places you drink, you change what you used to drink, you change the food, you change your car, you change your phone, you change your walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think at some point we did mention something around this slide in one of the episodes. But don't you think the same can happen to a woman? It was just a second before you attack me. I know when we were at high school, the girls that we used to date, when we went to varsity, they didn't want a high school. They didn't want to, we were like not the type anymore. So it's easy for us to be ditched. We were ditched then. Ne? Like, no, you are not. But I'm sure that even though it was a high school sweetheart and there was love involved in this, even though it had nothing to do with money, but I'm sure where she is prospering to get towards, it's got something to do with money. That guy can afford, that guy is more mature than me, he is driving. Now I just come out of high school with her. So I'm just a boy now. So let's not beat men too much. And then let's put it there. Also, I know in my area where in my area there was a guy, there was a policeman who had this girlfriend who was at high school, but that guy was financing the studies. That woman went to study at college, technical or whatever the case. That guy paying. Woman graduated, found a job, was like, nah, I can't date that nigga. That nigga is not educated. Went off with some other educated guy they met at varsity. Left that nigga there who was paying for fees and stuff. So don't say it's about men only.
Sure. So okay, you are right. We are both to blame. So you have now women who are now in their prime, where they don't look at you or as when you are nothing. Because I've mentioned this before again. A black man's life is disadvantaged from the word go. Why? Because it's slavery. From slavery, it's apartheid. From apartheid, it's exploitation. From exploitation, it's
Black tax.
Black tax, and there's modern slavery. A black man's life, there's gotta be some disadvantage. Where you think a white boy at 35 already is probably taking a bond to have a house. When I was still trying to find your feet to get a city golf.
Yeah.
Why? Because you've got little brothers that you need to also fund for their studies. Because Obama was working in my kitchen. She doesn't even have pension. She's probably stuck there. My cousin. Now, it takes so much time for a black man to start realizing some financial stability. To say now, oh, here is me. I'm now enjoying the fruits of my hard work. That's at a very later stage of a black man's life. And now, when all that time when Usachereza, this is when you want those type of women with the breasts like that, but you can't afford them. Because you still need to have more years of work. You are still behind because you've been
building financial muscle for yourself.
And this financial muscle only starts germinating fruits probably when you're now what? 40. That's when you probably have your first proper car. That's when you have your first proper hibernating place and all that. That's when you have your first confidence in terms of talking to women and all that. But now, here's the thing, so you are 40. Those women who went they're now in their late 30s. They're no longer your league. So.
Yeah.
They're no longer your league.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
So where do you go?
The mileage is gone from those ones.
Yeah. This is where you find some guy with funny big stomach.
Funny big stomach.
Chilling with.
Nah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna be a funny big stomach kind of guy?
I'm already a funny.
Already there. Yeah, really. Okay.
And I remember my ex-girlfriend talking about this and saying, because it's a contract. You know, and you know, they know exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. No,
this is.
This. I think we've done justice to this topic, Wayne, because we spoke about brokenness is depending. So there's also that league. You need to know where your league is at, and the kind of partners that you are likely to have access to is dependent on your pocket as a man.
But you said a very good point that you say, if we are to get a new job or if we are to get money today, the partners that we are dating today are not actually the partners that we are supposed to be dating.
This should that point should be answering the fact that why does a man leave the partner that they had, leave everything that they had. Now you are leaving them, whereas like it sounds like an injustice. Sounds like inhuman. I've heard someone saying to me, "Oh, one shia, dandikiwa zintakumba zakuwena, bonitakumba, dantlala kuwena, ndikiwa zintakumba." And I'm like, hey, you're not seeing what the breakup has got nothing to do with our past. Has got something to do with the arguments of today. Nothing of the past, but these things get muddled and smeared with each other, and then. But we fail to think we don't have to think in a linear manner most of the time about these things. We need to have a three-dimensional thinking. We think about the current state, where we come from, the decisions of the past that we may have taken, remembering that your decision is influenced by your ability to finance that particular decision. You cannot date a slay queen now unless you are going to stand making nails every week, changing hair, changing eyelashes, all of that plastic that gets put into the body.
But you saw when I'm so people who afford that and do that for slave.
I don't understand. It's
because if you
that is the
get
lifestyle.
That money today, you'll do the slave queen.
You change I don't have man. Okanye ndizakwenza lo muntu ndithanda naye bese slave queen.
Yeah.
Because I can afford
it to be out of it. It to be normal.
Yes, it would be normal. I'm not bashing anyone or ridiculing anyone's choices
it's
around
normal.
it. That's why I was saying the fact of money and the balance in the relationships. And sometimes yakwazi umuntu abone potential apha. This Mzo guy, there's a very big potential here. Yes, he's broke now, but in the next few years, he's gonna pop. I stick around. That are you going to say that person is a person who's been with you through thick and thin, whereas they saw through the window that there's success coming. This guy, he's working towards something.
But what's women's take where you find a guy who takes you to places, restaurants, and he splashes money buying Hennessy and all that, but when you look at him, you see this guy doesn't have a direction. He's renting in some one room and he doesn't even have anything. There's nothing against his name.
This is what I said. Yeah. That woman is not there. Women are not there to build, because also it's risky for them to build that guy, to help that guy to be built, because in a few years she may be left out.
So and she rather benefits.
She would rather benefit now, and she doesn't know where maybe now priorities zisa hanging in the air. She's not like I'm putting my feet here. I once had a chick who said to me, she did not say to anybody, she said it to me. She said, Mzo, in my life, I want to get to be married by the age 25, and then I want to be divorced by age 28 and remarry again when I'm 32.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm here now. If I am to, let's say I'm just a boyfriend at the time, so you are telling me that you want to be married by the age of 25. At least by the age 25, you should be married already, so that you facilitate your divorce by the time you are 28 years, so that you can marry to settle when you are 32. And I'm like, okay, you can leave me now and come back when you are 32. Otherwise, there's a potential victim that is coming when you are 25, when you are 28, simply because this is a life goal that you've set for yourself. You are thinking for yourself, you're not thinking for the other woman's child.
But for interest sake, I received a voice note from my uncle's son. I've mentioned about him the other time.
Yeah.
He says to me, "No, bro, listen, man. Not that I'm that wow guy or the perfect guy, but I think he takes it from the fact that I always discuss this. I don't know if he does follow, but I think he knows I do the sagas of couples.
There's wisdom dished out here.
So he was telling me, I met this woman, it's already 2 years now, and I'm thinking of marrying her, so I need your support, I want to marry you. You send me a voice note, I'll make you to listen to it. So he says, what do you think, blah, 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 blah. Earlier on today. So, man, you see, he's 24, 25. So, I don't know, maybe before I proceed, so what age do you think a guy should now say, I'm ready to get married? No, okay. It's out of topic.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, here's what I would say. Don't put finance first when it comes to that. You shouldn't put finance first. And then what he should. It's not about age weighing. There needs to be a balance of things. There are many variables that you need to check at. Check the finances, your finances. Check the person you are with. the person you are with is not the looks, is not anything, but it's your ability to stand, have flaws and all.
Mm-hmm.
If you're saying, okay, it's been 2 years, if he says it's been 2 years already now with this woman, and then remember they don't have a child, they will have a child, there will be change in dynamics between the two of them once there's a child. There'll be change in dynamics once they are married, because this is no longer a girlfriend, this is a wife now. And then some of the decisions that you take as a man will need an input from her. And then are you going to be able to take all of that? You need to meditate around these things, around issues of finance, around issues of the long term. Walk the long term plan before you even walk it mentally, so that you know that, okay, let me dive in.
Am I hearing you properly? Ugori, let's not worry about the age, but if things are in place.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't say the age. If you've accumulated enough.
So I could be 21 and my woman is 18, but if we have accumulated enough and we're good, we can still get married.
There is a big risk there. There's a big risk there, but the two people, if they are so madly in love, and then the finances allow them to do that, they can do it. But remember, people change. There are storms that will come. Some storms are natural storms, like having kids and having that and having such. These things will impact the two of you. When people are as young as that 21-year-old and an 18-year-old wanting to get married, what's likely to happen there is that each one of them is not going to have as much respect as elderly as a 40-year-old guy, because a 40-year-old guy has gone through some things in their lives that this 21-year-old hasn't gone through. And number two, when the storm comes, the 21-year-old, 2 years later, he's 23, the storms comes in this relationship, he'll be like, I'm still young. What the fuck? Why am I standing for this? And also that woman is like, no, I'm missing out in the world. I meant to when I was so young. Therefore, there are those storms. Maturity has got nothing to do with age, but depending on the two people's maturity levels. Not necessarily the guy, because the guy may be a mature 21-year-old who knows what they want, who's got everything sorted. But now that 18-year-old may not have. So there's a meditation that needs to happen from both sides, not from just one side. Otherwise, a crack on the relationship is going to come from the one end, from the weakest link of the relationship. 2 years down the line, the interests have changed. 4 years down the line, the body has withered and then has changed. The breasts of that 21-year-old, of that 18-year-old are no longer the same. She's gained weight. She's taking a different kind of shape. Are you going to stand all of that?
But so you mentioned it, Clem, and I like the way you presented it, and I think it's very true. But I tend to not take a slight detour from how you explained it down to me. Why? Because now I'm a strong critic of people who want to say they want to marry when you're 25 and below. Bruh, you haven't experienced anything in life. There's still a lot to be done in life.
No. Look, Wayne, let's look at this way. We've had challenges in our lives because of our settings, of our upbringings, and of where we come from. So our decision making now and the advices that we give to people are subjected to what we've experienced. Some people are not going to experience all of these challenges that we are talking about. They have not experienced them. They are not going to experience them in life, in their lifetime. So they cannot delay simply because till now we've had challenging lives, and then whether it's finance, whether it's anything. But now let's not paint with the same paintbrush other people's lives and maybe make bold prescriptions. I understand that life. That's why I was saying that there are more challenges that will come to that 21-year-old and that 18-year-old. If they have premeditated all of that before they are like, okay, let's get married. Yes, we are young, but there's this coming, there's that coming, there's this coming. Are we prepared for that? If they are prepared, then good luck to them. But it's not a recommendable thing for me, because when you are young, your decision making, your decision bank is not fully matured.
Wasn't you always saying, what if now I thought marriage is basically having your woman there in bed and you're having sex every day and everything is rosy? Yeah, bro. Do you know you can go for 3 weeks without having the sex?
Sex
is
just part of the things, an element. It's not.
Yeah,
it's
but
not,
the problem is now that 18-year-old and the 21-year-old. That's what they have in mind. Because sex is very nice at that age. Try and rewind when you were 21.
All right. It's very hypnotic. It will hypnotize them into thinking.
And you think, like she comes, she hit it quickly, then she quickly goes, and tomorrow I can't wait, she comes with. Now you really want her.
But also that happened when you are 40 years old, when the relationship is still new and fresh, and then you are so thirsty for each other and all of that adrenaline rush. What's the difference? There's no much difference.
No.
Unless
but you have got
experience.
But you've got experience now. Like I was with Rachel and I want to end half the time. You've got your own stadium, permanent one. You can bring whoever at any time and they can come and sleep over. And at 18 and 21 now, you're under the parents' guidance and all that. So you need to steal it. And it's very nice when it's stolen. I want And you are thinking now, why should I steal it? Let me rather have it permanent. Biggest mistake.
But you do see that your decision is only on sex. It's only based on sex.
That's why I'm saying, if you check, this is when I even asked him, what is this woman doing in her life? What qualifications does she have? Is she pursuing any?
She's aspiring to. Where does she see herself?
I know my boy and I just completed a journalism diploma, whatever it is. But then I was also saying, who does she stay with? You see, I just want to try and figure out how her life was shaped to be wherever she is. How old is she? And then he says she's also 25.
All right. Okay. How many relationships has this guy had? Because also, if he's had just two ex-girlfriends,
then this is a disaster.
It's gonna be a big problem.
Yeah.
He hasn't flexed his muscle yet.
Yeah. Because this 25-year-old girl, put that our farm by.
Well, of course, that one is in.
Yeah. Well, and now, but life. Now this guy even goes on to say, no, but Praween, no, she's a mature woman, man.
She's matured. When you are not matured, guy. Please.
The way she handles the finances.
Go get some maturity, guy.
Me on finances. Man, it's not like I'm trying to just give all this credit to her, but we went on and on and on and on. Let's hope he doesn't watch this, but in terms of, be careful when somebody tells you this is what they've decided to do in terms of your marriage, and this is the route that I want to take. When you cannot say much. Uti,
don't do that. Don't do that. But make them make them aware of other things.
Yes.
With their decision making should not be narrow. It should be widened by thinking about a whole lot of other things, that other factors that may.
And now he goes on to say, so I say, how old is this woman? He says, no, she's also 25, but she's just 4 months older than me. Then he says, man, I think she's like 4 or 5 months older than me. Well, I don't want people to think it's now we're a podcast that bashes women.
And not encouraging things. But now, as you guys know, before we close, we put things on the table. We may put them here and never finish them. But it's for us to plant a seed and then we think about these things. So I think finances, yeah, we were speaking about dating, like dating a broke partner
But,
now.
yeah.
And then there's no, when you are with the person, this is my take on it. If you are dating a person and that person is broke, as long as you guys are dating, that person is not broke. Both of you are broke.
And this is a fan of one man I'm talking about. He's staying with his parents. So I mean, the path that I've gone in terms of mentally, and somebody saying, "I've tried to marry." Sure. I wish I could. No, there's a lot to do before you take Bandu and stay with them in your house and say, "You are now mine. We're gonna be married." And 3 months down the line, she's gonna be pregnant. You're gonna have a third person. You're gonna need UBC. You're gonna need it's true, but what do you call it?
Campus.
Yeah. Date.
You take
travel the world.
You take a stranger and bring the year and bring them here. She's gonna get a second small stranger to chow your money. Both of them chow your money.
Does that woman even have a driver's license? Get a driver's license, date, travel the world, go trips, Dubai.
But the other thing is that ladies, when they get married, they think that it's fine. I think I'm sorted now. Every worry about my aspirations have been null and void now. This guy must cough up for my living. I'm done. I'm just gonna be a housewife. This guy must just make sure that there's food in the house and everything. And then people become complacent and not push towards they were pushing towards. Some women are very smart women that could aspire to do great things. But now simply because I'm married to this guy now. It's fine. This guy is making money. Mzo has money. There's groceries. He pays rent. Then I don't give a shit about anything anymore. It's fine. I'm sorted in life. I'm done in life. I'm gonna be this guy's wife.
You know, if I was God, this is what I was gonna do. I make a swap. After 3 years, I swap. You become the woman, and the woman becomes the man. Just push another 3 years. Then after 3 years, I swap. Yeah. When you bear the first child. After another 3 years, we swap. This one bears the second child. Yeah. Another 3 years, it's you who is making sure the rentals are paid. Cars. We swap. It's you who is making clothes. I want. Because things are not balancing.
Maybe God does that.
Nah.
No, you know how.
He said God is making things worse now.
No. You know how I think God is making that.
Yeah.
When in the next reincarnation, Yako, you will be a woman. All of the things
What are you talking about, man?
When you get born again.
What do you mean, born again?
You will die now, and then you will be reborn. In your next incarnation, you will be a woman. All of the things that you're doing to a woman, to women out there, they are going to be done to you. God is fair like that. So as much as you're trying to say you must change, he does that already. But now, all of the years that you're going to live, all of the things that you are making other people experience, you are going to experience as a woman again.
Oh, you are Jim.
Otherwise I would have been a matter of age now.
I remember Steve City. Wherever there's a queue, I was here. No, man, no, my friend was here. People want to be clear.
Jump the queue.
But now, somewhere, I don't know where, in heaven or hell, there's a queue there now when you are supposed to get to be told your story. Because no one wants to say, no, it's fine, you can go in. Yeah. And now, when the guy got to at the entrance where now there were like
pearly gates.
three doors that were closed. So God said, what you need to do is you listen what is happening inside, then you decide if you want to go in there. Go and listen. Go and listen. So this guy went to listen to the first two. There were people praying. Oh, dear God, no. You're praying like that one, that pastor of yours that you're playing. There was that pastor actually in the first two. Then the second one, it just seems to be, I think there was hell there. I don't know what was happening second one, but I think people were preparing to pray, whatever it was. Then the third one, the guy listened, there was like, in the third one, the guy said, God. When he went there, people were stepping on my last hand.
Yes. Yeah, okay, let's massive data, man.
Yeah,
Massive.
Yeah.
Okay, bafethu, engosini, man, let's not do much conclusion. I think it's already been done. Guys, let's be lenient with each other. We are all human. And then when you find a partner, you are finding a companion to go through the tribulations of life with. So be lenient to that broke guy of yours. Now a guy, be giving money to that broke woman of yours. Work hard so that you can keep giving. Work hard and keep giving so that the next guy that comes, afike sekulula. Thank you.
I think we should work with this new decade. So when it gets finished, then we should close.
Ne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever amount of wine we put here, might as well pay that we know we're supposed to.
I think wine, Galilei wine, next time, up.
By the time